my take on the Nobel Prize in Chemistry, Demis Hassabis, 2024, 1/4 of the prize. And I'm filming this the same day this was announced, Wednesday, 9 October 2024. I haven't watched any portion of the announcement video on YouTube yet. I did that the past 2 days, at least part of it. So, note to self. I am Tanis Leonhardi, she, her, hers of Norway in the United States of America, and I'm filming this the same day it was announced, Wednesday, 9 October 2024. And so I'm talking through the Demis Hassabis, he, him, his of England Nobel Prize in Chemistry Year of Award 2024. He won the Nobel Prize in Chemistry, 1/4 of the prize, 25%. For his work regarding protein design with computational methodology. I'll provide my take/perspective on his award and contextualize it in terms of his affiliation at the time being Google DeepMind. Yes. So we're going to start with the 1/4 of the prize. 3 people. 1 person won 1/2, and then 2 people won 1/4. And he was one of the people that won 1/4. Okay. So it's maxed out to 3 people or organizations, because like the Nobel Prize in Peace allows organizations. So up to like 3 entities, living entities, but the breakdown can be as small as 1/4, if I'm recalling correctly. And that's still relevant, the rules. Okay, and so there's that part of it. There's protein design. So proteins are a basic chemical structure, subclassification. And computational methodology. So essentially, you can think of it as, prize motivated. He got the one with prediction. Sorry. Well, yes and no. So it's okay. So there's 2 parts to this prize. There's the protein design with computational methodology, and then protein structure prediction. So essentially, he got the overarching theme is kind of how I've seen it come across as protein design with computational methodology, and then within that he's like the prediction dude. So we'll do that in parentheses. Prediction of protein structures. So there's if you're going to design something, so this is something that's useful in like physics as well, especially if using like a really high temperature, high pressure, expensive piece of equipment. You want to be able to, or it'd be desirable, if possible, to come up with some sort of ability to predict the kind of like, so my base is physics, not chemistry, what might be going on in the materials under, let's say, the laser or whatever, before the experiment, so that the experiment can go well and like there can be results that can be used. So essentially, if designing a protein, one might want to be able to predict what the protein is, like a subcategory of protein design. But also like, can we predict what the protein is or what it does? You might want to do that before you do it. That way you don't actually create some virus or something. So it's like in this particular context, it's like a safety, or at least it is in physics, and I'm guessing it's true for here as well. There's a element of predictions, at least in physics, it's made to be acted upon in a way such that something bad does not happen. All right. So there we go. In terms of the contextualization for this, his affiliation at the time being Google DeepMind. So it's not unheard of for Nobel Prizes to go for people outside of academia. I think, Bell Laboratories was pretty famous for producing a lot of Nobel laureates in the 1900s. So it's not, I think that's something to be applauded for the Nobel Prize, is that they don't go, if you're not in academia, you're not making progress. It's like, no, there's times where academia does make progress, and there's times where, like, when the last school I attended for graduate school, the person got petty. I sent in feedback, please, like, this needs to be addressed for the paper. They published it with I removed myself as author. They once still published it, didn't address anything I brought up, right? There's factual inaccuracies, scientific inaccuracies, and pettiness, and like trying to kick me out with it. And I was like, can you imagine, like, the institution had like a number of Nobel laureates, and I was like, clearly scientific progress moving forward and Nobel Prizes are not even, or the heyday of that institution, right? In terms of legitimately caring about scientific progress. And so it's like, it's a reminder that as institutions like that devolve into pettiness and misinformation and inaccurate science, that and there's still progress being made, might not even be academia, right? Great minds do not require academia to thrive, and this is one example of that, right? They can thrive in a different environment. Versatile. So there we go. So I think that's pretty cool to see that. Yes, because it was in the endless parade, but is there's a finite supply, so not endless. During like introductory physics, there's Bell Laboratories. So it's kind of cool. That's cool to see Google. At least I think so. Some people may not. Some people are very anti-tech or anti-computational stuff, and I'm just kind of, I've done it. I've published with using computational methodology, at least in physics in the past, right? And some might classify what I did for my contribution to the mineralogy article I brought up on this channel, physics as well. And they're like, and you did density measurements in volcanology, and it's physical volcanology. Right, so there's a physics component to kind of what I have done. But that one was actual like physical hand measurements, so that not quite computation there. So anyway, that's my take on the Nobel Prize in Chemistry, Demis Hassabis, 2024, 1/4 of the prize.